everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make an apple crumble with only 2 or 3 basic ingredients, and this is within quite a set price, so we're looking at under £4 in price. This apple crumble should serve about 4 people, maybe even 6 people. I have 2 Bramley apples. We're staying in a cottage in Windermere overlooking the lake at the moment, and these apples I bought from Plumgarth's farm shop on the way in, and they were £1.57 for these 2 big apples. The first thing I'm going to do is peel and chop the apples. They've been washed and I've set the oven, it's a fan assisted oven, to about 170 Celsius. It's pretty cold here. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon and the sun's gone down now. We're quite far north, so the sun goes down pretty early in the winter, but it stays out a lot longer in the summer, just as it does in Scotland, because of course you're closer to Scandinavia and Iceland. So they're just about okay. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of peel left on. I'm going to cut them in half and chop them into quarters, and now chop them into smallish pieces and put them in this dish. I'm separating them so they're evenly distributed. We went up to Ambleside today and I bought a merino sheepskin rug for the floor. We drove up to Keswick hoping to take a look at Derwent Water, but there was absolutely no car parking whatsoever. Everything had been taken, every single space in the whole town. It's been very sunny today, quite warm really for the time of year until the sun went down, so everybody was out. So in the end we went down the hill again to Grasmere, which was famous for William Wordsworth. Samuel Coleridge, the writer, was a friend of his as well, and they lived in a cottage on the edge of Grasmere. We went into the village itself and parked up at a hotel and had a cup of tea there. The hotel were really nice. They said we could keep the car there until we'd finished looking around the village. That was very sweet of them, although we did notice there was parking further down in the village itself. And then we came back through Windermere and Bowness, but we couldn't find any parking in Bowness either. I wanted to take photos of the sun going down, but that wasn't possible, so we came home instead. And to be perfectly honest, I was in a very good mood about it at all. I really enjoy taking photographs. It's one of my hobbies. So it's been one of those days today where nothing goes right. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow we intend to go to the Grisdale Forest. This is all the apple in the bottom of the dish. I need to sweeten it with a little bit of something. I didn't bring any sugar up here. It's a few hundred miles down the road, back in Ramsgate. However, we were given a complimentary tea tray and there's some sugar here. This is nice brown sugar from Farrer's, which is a high-class coffee house in Kendal down the road. I'm going to use a bit of that, but if you haven't got any sugar you could use something like jam. This is a strawberry conserve which came free with my fruit bread from Starbucks a while back. I brought this with us, so I could put that in, and strawberry and apple goes really well together. Or you could maybe cut a clementine and squeeze that over as well. I might use just this little bit of sugar and one clementine. The oranges were about £2.50. Over. Just mix it up a little bit there. And I'm going to cut this clementine and squeeze it over. This gives it just a little bit of moisture as well while it cooks. So it should be nice and succulent beneath the crumble topping. There we go. It's got a lovely orangey smell. Again, I think apple and orange goes really well together. Again, give it a little bit of a mix. I didn't bring any flour all this distance with us, so when we were in Booth's supermarket the other evening in Windermere, I bought this crumble mix, and this cost £1 and it serves 6. So what we do is we take it out of the packet, tip it into a medium-sized bowl, 4 teaspoons of milk according to directions. This one is lactose-free milk, but you can use any milk. You could use oat milk if you preferred, or almond milk, or full fat milk. Stir it round. I'm going to add a serving spoon of these gluten-free oats to the bowl, and I'm going to give it a good mix. I'll put a few more. These oats were about £2.80, and I've only used a heaped serving spoon. And cover the apples with the topping. Spread it all over. There's just enough topping. And that goes in the oven for about half an hour. This should serve at least 6 people. You could serve it with a bit of cream, or with a scoop of vanilla ice cream perhaps, but I'm just going to try it as it is. So there it is, my good value, quick apple crumble.